What's up, everybody? My name is Angelo, and this is my 1972 Datsun 240Z that I will be restoring and putting an LS engine in if everything goes to plan. I had originally bought a 1978 Datsun 280Z that I had similar plans for, but after looking over everything, once I got it home, I just realized that it was in a lot worse shape than I thought. I started working on that. It's had all the regular Datsun rust, but it was just everywhere. Like, there was really no good metal to work off of other than some of the outermost sheet metal. A few days later, this 240 came up on the Facebook Marketplace a couple hours away from me. So I went ahead and picked that up. And after looking it over, it's in better shape overall. It's gonna work as a better starting point for what I wanna do. And I have the 280 still that I can take parts from if I need to. So this is my shop. You can see I've already made a bit of a mess. I've got a little bit of work started on the 240, but I'm still just getting into it. Little workbench here, basic tools, everything that I should need. You can see I've already gotten the dash out. One thing I'm gonna have to figure out is where the heck I'm gonna put all the parts that I, take out of this thing. I might have to get a little storage shed behind the house or something. When I bought the 280, it came with this L28 long block. I sort of regret buying it. I kind of thought that it might be nice to restore because when I first got into this, I had this cool idea of, making like a ITB carb setup. The more I've dug into it, the more that I think it would be cool to just clean this thing up, make it fast, make it handle well, make it nice to drive. What you're about to see is me going to pick up the 280 that I originally bought. I also got footage of removing the dash from this. And that's where I'm at right now. This is my dog Gertie, and this is my little shop. Picking up the Datsun today. It's a couple hours away. I'm gonna have to rent a U-Haul trailer, so we'll see how that goes. Yeah. All right, well, she's all loaded up. A little bit worse shape than I thought. It's definitely salvageable. I think the important stuff's in good shape. It's definitely gonna be a project. So yeah, here we go. I got home late last night. I got the Datsun home on a trailer behind the Land Cruiser. Right now I'm just unloading everything. I've got some extra parts here, full engine heads, valve covers, pistons, more in the back here. I'm gonna have to clean this thing out before I spend very much time in there, or else I'm gonna get Lyme disease or something. I don't know. I have another L28 long block as well as a 5-speed. I don't have a lot of experience with bodywork, so it might not end up looking like a show car. I've watched a lot of really great YouTube channels out there. I've been watching Restoration for Beginners. He's awesome. Started out pretty similar to me, a novice with this kind of stuff, not a lot of experience. Brad Builds series, guy does crazy renders, and he's building a 240, I think it is, and a number of others. So there's a lot of good resources out there. I'm just gonna have to figure out a lot of things as I go. I went from having no Datsuns, and now all of a sudden I'm some sort of Datsun collector. There's Ian backing up the U-Haul.
Yes.
So this 240 has a lot of normal rust. Apparently it was restored at some point in the 90s, but I won't know for sure everything I have to do until I get it stripped down. I will definitely need new floor pans, which I already have ordered, but there's a lot of sheet metal that has surprised me so far. Down here, lower down on the fender, it seems like it's all in pretty good shape and still made of metal, not fiberglass. I won't know for sure. But then, you know, if you take a closer look, you see that there's structural frame rail that's been filled in with expanding foam. And it's kind of a pain because I'm seeing that there's expanding foam in a lot of places, and I've dealt with that in the past, and I know how much of a pain it can be to take it all out. We're just gonna have to take this one step at a time. I have a fair amount of mechanical experience, although I've never restored anything top to bottom in the way that I plan to with this Datsun. I expect that it will take over a year, if not in the ballpark of 2, to have it be where I want it. And my plans might kind of evolve and change as I really make progress. My main goal right now is just to get it stripped down. I also don't have a lot of experience with YouTube or editing or making videos. I want to try and document as much as I can. I almost want to think of the videotaping and making a YouTube channel as part of its own project to help keep me motivated. When I look this whole car up and down and I think about all the work I have to do, it's easy to feel a little overwhelmed. Every piece of sheet metal that I'll come across, all the subframe work, glass, seals, things that I'm not even aware of yet. It's pretty daunting. So I just have to work on taking it one day at a time. So yeah, that's just a little about me and what I'm getting into. I hope you guys stay tuned, and I'll do my best to keep on top of videos, and we'll see where this goes.